Civil rights organizations, including the Los Angeles Urban League, help job hunters find work and provide training for unemployed workers like Shauna Chappelle. She is showing her newfound skills to a colleague.
This might sound a little girly, but I went to nail school, nail technology. So I got my license just recently to do nails.
She plans to open her own business. 50 years ago, African Americans found mostly menial work with little chance of advancement. Bonnie Boswell's uncle helped break down the barriers. His name was Whitney Young, and he led the National Urban League, working behind the scenes with corporate and government leaders to expand opportunities for all Americans.
All we're asking is that the same conscious, deliberate effort which was used for years to exclude Negroes now be used to include Negroes in the mainstream of American life.
Boswell, who is a journalist and filmmaker, has told her uncle's story in her film.
He was coming at this from the standpoint of, yes, it's okay to change laws, but you have to be able to help people have jobs in order to have true equality. You have to be able to give them education that will allow them to have the jobs. You have to be able to give them the kind of housing and health and these services that will enable them to truly be participants in the society.
In the 1950s and 60s, activists helped tear down the barriers, slowly at first. Jackie Robinson became the first African American to play Major League Baseball, something Whitney Young talked about.
He would tell people, you know, we need some Jackie Robinsons of business. But he also said we need the Branch Rickeys. Branch Rickey was the manager who opened up the door to Jackie Robinson.
Young was there in 1963 at the March on Washington as Martin Luther King mesmerized the country.
Today I want to say to the people of America and the nations of the world, we're on the move and no wave of racism can stop us.
Bonnie Boswell says that Whitney Young had his greatest impact in the corporate boardroom and working with a succession of American presidents.
The years that he was head of the National Urban League, 1961 to 1971, was during, first of all, the Kennedy administration, then the Johnson administration, and finally the Nixon administration. And he had to develop relationships with all three.
The legal barriers to equality have come down, but Nolan Rollins of the Los Angeles Urban League says African Americans have high rates of unemployment and too often work in low-wage jobs, even as a poor economy recovers.
I think that we've got to be really honest about where we are. Yes, the economy is getting better, but it's not getting better for everyone at the same rate, and that's important.
Martin Luther King helped bring political gains toward equality for all Americans. But Nolan Rollins says we still need more good jobs in the inner city. Bonnie Boswell says that's what Whitney Young spent his life working for. Mike O'Sullivan, VOA News, Los Angeles.